Hi, my name is Leah, and I'm your host for Empowerment Hour. And welcome to the very first episode. So, for today's episode, we will be getting into the basics of what this podcast will be about, and then a little introduction about myself. So, I came up with the name Empowerment Hour. Um, Honestly, I came up with a bunch of names that I didn't really know which one I liked the most. So I resorted to making a poll on a Facebook group that I run called Columbus Girl Gang Business and gave them the top four. And here we are, Empowerment Hour. So, with that, a little introduction to myself. Again, my name is Leah. I'm 26. I am in Columbus, Ohio, originally from California, and I have been here for about 4.5 years. And I love it. And I have met some of the most amazing people since I've moved here that I wouldn't trade for the world and have honestly made me such a better person. And so I'm grateful. Um, Outside of that, I do have a full time job, but I am a business owner. And that is what this podcast is going to be about. We are going to be interviewing a different business owner, more importantly, a woman business owner. Just some basics about their business, why they started, what have they learned in the process, what were some pros, what are some cons, where did you fail, um, kind of just like a little bit of that. There would be much more to it, of course, but that's pretty much the basic of what we'd be going into and kind of just bringing a bit more light into the business world. Because I feel like a lot of things get overlooked with becoming a business owner. And a lot of things are so unknown to so many people who are not business owners. Um, it takes a very strong person to start a business. And so I want to bring more awareness, more support to everyone in our area for just being the amazing business owners that they are for so many different things. So, with that, like I said, I am a business owner. I actually do own multiple businesses and I absolutely adore them. The first one I started is called Pampered Paws Pet Services, and that is a pet sitting and grooming business. Um, I absolutely love that one. We have started pretty much almost a year ago, if independently. Outside of that, I have worked on pet sitting apps for a few years now, so I'm definitely not new to it. But I definitely wanted to go more independent just to get more of a personalized experience for the pet owners because it just, you build so much better relationships that way with the pet owners because, like they're your children. I own animals myself, so I can firsthand understand what it's like to find someone that you like and you can trust with your animals. Secondly, I own a business called Coral Scents and Co. That is an all natural candle and soap business, and I do make much more. There is body scrubs, bath salts. I make animal products, so shampoo, paw balm, toothpaste, um, carpet deodorizer, anything that you could possibly think of. But the whole premise of the business is all natural because I am the biggest candle girly. I love candles and I adore them so much, but they are always so full of chemicals that are not only harmful for you, but can be really harmful for your pets. And it just became one of those things where, you know what, I'm just going to make my own candles because I love them so much. I burn them so much. And at least I know that I would be making something that is not harmful for anybody within my household to breathe in. And it became such a hobby of mine that I turned it into a business. And I love it. I love it so much. And there's so many more products to come. So, yeah, we haven't stopped there. I think we have maybe 10, 12 products now, but we're not done. Uh, Moving on, I do have another one. It is called Urban Elegance Boutique. It hasn't officially launched yet, just due to the fact that I am still setting up the website. I am still researching some products that I would like to be selling on there because I want to make it a wide variety of clothes and not just something very specific to one person. Um, so, yeah, I just want the options to be there. So, it's taking a minute, but we'll get there. And moving on from those three, one of my other hobbies that I absolutely love is photography. I love taking pictures of everything. I love the memories. I love everything about just capturing a moment within a picture that you can look back on for the rest of your life and remember how you felt in that moment. And you will just remember everything that you did that day, all based on a picture. And I love it. I love it so much. So I will be starting a photography business. It is not something that I will pursue full time, just considering, I have other businesses, but it's not really something that I want to pursue full time. So I would take some clients here and there, find a specialty, and stick with that, and then just move on from there. The name for that one is still unknown. I'm thinking about it, but who knows? We'll see what that comes to. Um, Outside of that, that's me. I have a few other hobbies here and there that I do. I have my animals that I absolutely adore. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much it about me. So, moving on from that, within this podcast, like I said, I would want each episode to feature a different business owner. We could either sit down, have an interview, talk about their business, um, ask them a bunch of questions, just like I had stated earlier, but really get to know them as a person as well because they are more than just a business owner. So we could be doing that. We could, more on the services side of business, I could follow along with them in their day. So, like a day in the life of this hairstylist and that kind of thing. So long as our clients are, of course, okay with being filmed and things like that. But kind of just going along with what they do, what their day looks like. There is no limit as far as what kind of business that I would want to interview. I've met many realtors that I would love to be featured on here as well. So there really is no limit. And I'm very excited to connect with some amazing people that I've connected with just within the past few months in the area. Um, so, yeah, there would be just a few questions, wouldn't be anything crazy. And like I said, I would just want to bring more light to business owners, small business owners, and kind of just bring more awareness that shopping small is better. You get more of a personalized experience. You get to really know what you're buying and who you're buying from. And as a business owner, I love connecting with my customers. I love giving them a completely different experience than to them going just to another retail store and buying similar things, and it's just, here's what I want, check out and buy. I I love making the connections with my customers because they, yes, are bringing me the business, but I genuinely am happy that what I am able to provide for them, they like, they enjoy, they tell people, they tell others about the business, and they recommend you to other people because they like what you do. And I love it. It's one of my favorite things about being a business owner. So I'm very happy that I started what I have, and I'm so happy that everyone that I've connected with has enjoyed it as much as I have. And then, so to get into like a few questions for what I would be asking others. Um, One of the big questions was why you started your business. I did kind of already go over that a little bit. um, like I said, I absolutely adore what I do. I love making the connections with people, um, whether that be other business owners or just customers and whatnot. So, to go into some of the other questions that I would possibly be asking, it would be what inspired you to start your business? What was your initial vision for your company? And how has it evolved? Can you share some pivotal moment or decisions that significantly impacted your business? What are some of the biggest challenges that you've faced? And then how did you overcome them, of course? How did you believe, sorry, what do you believe sets your business apart from the others within your industry? What are some of the most important industry lessons that you've learned? How do you approach leadership and management? Um, just talking about the ups and the downs to your business. Um, what are your plans for the future? Those kinds of things. Just really kind of getting in deep to your business. Um, and that's pretty much it. So, yeah, that's just a little bit about me. It's a little bit about what this podcast is going to be like. Um, and I hope that you guys just continue to follow along with the journey. And I'm just very happy that you're here. So, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.